Hi Grad Rebels! Welcome to UNLV. We are so excited you chose to embark on this new journey. We asked some current Grad Rebels to provide you with some advice so your transition to graduate school can be as seamless as possible. Here is what they had to say.
I have a few tips that have worked particularly well for me going through both a master's program and currently a PhD program at UNLV. I come from a research-intensive background, so my tips are geared more towards graduate students who are going to be going into a research-intensive field that requires a thesis or a dissertation. But the first thing that I would recommend is trying to get involved in your laboratory or your advisor's research as soon as possible. Reaching out to your fellow peers in your lab and reaching out to your advisor early on in the process, and just trying to find ways that you can get involved will be extremely beneficial when it comes time to complete your own projects. Just to give a very brief example of some of the things that we're doing with our research cohort is that we have an incoming first-year PhD student who's been involved in actually a couple projects so far this summer, helping me write a systematic review, and now he's helping me process some data from a study that we completed last year. And so he's getting involved right away and getting his feet wet. And I would just recommend as first-year graduate students, whether it be in a master's or a PhD program, to do the same. It'll really help you grow your skill sets if there's some technologies that you haven't previously been exposed to. It gets you involved in your current cohort's research, which may align well with your future research. It's just a really great way to get involved in. Anything that you can do remotely to get involved will be extremely beneficial for the rest of your graduate career. And then the second big thing that I would advise, and again, this is mainly geared more towards students who are going to complete research-intensive theses or dissertations, is to get familiar with the literature from the onset. Get familiar with literature that interests you and fits your program and your advisor's research, that fits your advisor's research well, and some of the things that you'll be working with your advisor with during your graduate career. And when you're doing this reading and reviewing some of the literature, I would recommend creating a literature summary table. And essentially what this is it's just a document that has all of the pertinent study information from each research article that you read. So it has the research questions, the purpose of the study, the participant demographics, the independent, dependent variables, statistical analyses, if there were statistical analysis conducted, the main findings of the studies, and then also some conclusions from the study. And this is just a really nice way to organize your thoughts from the research that you're reading, because if you are in a research-intensive program that requires a thesis or dissertation, you will be required to write quite a bit throughout your graduate career. And this is just a really nice way to start organizing your thoughts. And then from there, I would recommend starting to write your own literature review on a topic or subtopics. And it's just a really good way to get ahead, to be proactive, and especially with our current COVID circumstances, being proactive with these types of things you can do from the onset of your graduate career will be really beneficial, whether you're in a master's program or a PhD program like myself.
Plan on how to complete your graduate degree on time. Know your expectation, meaning like know your core classes, electives, prerequisites, offering times, and plan accordingly. Your academic advisor or graduate coordinator will assist you on this. The second one is find out the different campus resources. Communicate with RPC coordinators. Communicate with faculty advisors and grad coordinators. Make use of Professional Development Academy, career services, and so forth. The third one is build professional relationship with different stakeholders like alumni, professional networks, professional associations, attending different events, active participation in different school organizations, community works, and so forth. This will help you for your life after graduation.
I would say try to get to know the professors in your department, especially if they're working in your area of expertise or interest. Let them know that you'd like to collaborate on research projects in any capacity possible, either by coding data or working in the lab or by writing manuscripts for publication. Whatever the case may be, just make yourself available to them. I would also encourage you to take classes outside of your department for the same reasons, to meet and network with other students and faculty. The Graduate College is also a great resource. They offer a wide range of development programs, including a teaching certification program, mentorship, or research program, among others. I've completed these programs myself, and I can tell you they're very helpful. The Graduate College also offers workshops throughout the semester on various topics, so check those out as well. They offer funding for research and academic conferences, which I would encourage you to apply for.
The new skills that you need to acquire early in your graduate program. Because studying in a grad school is much more engaging and applied than in undergrad, and exams usually test your ability to apply what you learned. You may feel like you lack some skills at first, but don't get intimidated by this feeling because these are the skills that you will learn in a grad school. So just stay calm and learn through the process.
I wish I had thought through my path after graduation when starting my program. It will determine how I spend my time differently. I decided to work in academia and work on my thesis in the middle of my program. If I could start to work on my thesis earlier, I will have more time to improve my thesis, have more chances to showcase my research, and have it published in a reputable journal. Besides, with the support of my advisor, I will be eligible to apply for many scholarships and awards. It will make a huge difference when I go to a PhD program.
The professional development resources the grad school provides. The graduate school at UNLV provides a lot of resources and professional development opportunities to students at no cost. I only learned about these by the end of my master's degree, and I started getting engaged when I came back from my PhD. Yeah, so my advice is to get engaged with the grad college as soon as you start your school.
Staying organized, I think, is key. I add any projects, assignments, or papers I'm working on to my Google Calendar. That way I can set reminders for myself and get notified when a due date is coming up.
For me, boundaries with time are very important. As a graduate student, I feel that there are always additional tasks that can be completed. So I have to set limits for each task. I always plan out my week as best as I can and assure that I also spend some time with my family and a bit of time for myself. Without this, the stress can really get to me. So if I plan to have all my assignments completed before the weekend, I will stop on Friday night. Even if the assignment is not perfect, it doesn't matter. This can help assure that all of my weekend to-do items get done and won't be affected.
Some of the resources that were useful for my professional development are the certification programs. There are 4 certification programs: communication, research, teaching, and mentorship. In these programs, you attend workshops, you learn new skills, you get to meet executives and professionals that you get to talk to more closely and ask questions and learn from their experiences. And most importantly, you meet other grad students from other departments, you learn about their research, you make new friends, and it's all free. All the professional development programs are 100% free for grad students.
The Professional Development Academy, Career Services, and Office of International Students and Scholars. The Professional Development Academy provides a variety of professional development workshops, trainings, academic support certification, graduate program, and skill support. These academic and professional support opportunities have played a vital role for my success as a grad student. Career services, on the other hand, have prepared me for employment after graduation. They have assisted me with resume building, interview preparation, and they are also source of information about employment and internship opportunities. OISS, Office of International Students and Scholars, as an international student, OISS has been helping me to maintain my immigration status in compliance with the federal law.
In my free time, I like to go hiking or camping. I typically go up to Mount Charleston since it's only 30 minutes away from Vegas, or Zion since it's only a few hours away. I also enjoy kayaking or wakeboarding at Lake Mead.
To be quite honest, I'm not much of a casino person, being in Las Vegas and with the Strip and everything else down there. But there are quite a few things to do on the weekends around Las Vegas if you aren't into that casino scene. There are quite a few national parks around the area. Valley of Fire and Red Rock are two off the top of my head that are relatively close to Las Vegas, and they make for some great weekend hiking and camping trips. But if you want to go out a little bit further, there's a couple parks in Utah. Bryce Canyon and Zion National Park are really nice, and the Grand Canyon is relatively close as well. So there are a number of really, really neat national parks that make for some really great scenes and just a really great weekend. Aside from that, I spend a lot of my time being physically active. It's extremely important for me to maintain my mental health and my physical health, and it just allows for my graduate studies to be even stronger. So I'm exercising a lot. I also play a bit of golf on the weekends. But some other personal hobbies of mine is I like to blog and podcast with other graduate students, and working on my research projects as well throughout the weekends. I try to fulfill my time with a lot of different activities to stay fresh and sharp for my academic endeavors and also some of my personal endeavors. But to be honest, I really do enjoy my research line at UNLV. So I do spend a lot of time on it, but when I'm not working specifically on my research and I need some time to just refresh and recharge, I take advantage of some of the really cool parks and some of the golf courses around the city of Las Vegas.